Okay, go live.
Okay, yeah, well, I guess we're live.
Well, I can't hear you. I can't
Yeah.
You
hear you.
can't hear me? Go live, yeah.
Go live. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're kind of yelling. Okay.
Sorry.
3, 2, 1, live.
All right. Welcome to Sunday morning coming down. We are live at the Heck House this morning. Thank you to Paula Novell for letting us use her space for this morning. And we've got a special guest, Mr. Ross Pead. Ross, why don't you just
Good
say
morning.
a couple of things about yourself?
Myself. Well, I've been around here for a little while now, and I play the guitar and sing, and I play other musical instruments, and I'm a song guy. I love a song, so my whole life is from this song to the next song to the next song, and I'm from South Georgia, from Waycross, Georgia. Anybody that doesn't know where that is, there's a big, huge swamp down there between Waycross and Jacksonville, and so that's why I never go barefoot, because I don't want people to see the webs between my toes.
Okay. Well, that's a great introduction.
But I've been in Atlanta for a good long time, and I'm glad that I've met y'all. We've
Yeah, me
become like family.
Yep.
I'm
We sure
glad to
have.
be here this morning.
Yeah, well, thank you, Ross. I'm glad you're here this morning, too. We're going to start off with Jesus on the Main Line. I'm going to talk about the song after we do it. We'll just do it for now, and I will
You gonna
discuss
talk
it.
about it afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Jesus on that main line, tell him what you want. Jesus on that main line, tell him what you want. Jesus on that main line, tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want.
Tell me what you want.
The line ain't never busy. Tell him what you want. The line ain't never busy. Tell him what you want. The line ain't never busy. Tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want.
Tell me what you want.
Now if you're sick and you want to get well, tell him what you want. If you're sick and you want to get well, tell him what you want. If you're sick and you want to get well, tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want.
Tell me what you
Play one, Ross. Now if your soul's in danger, tell him what you want. If your soul's in danger, tell him what you want. If your soul's in danger, tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want.
Tell me what you want.
Now Jesus is on that main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus is on that main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus is on that main line. Tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want.
Tell me what you want.
Jesus on the main line.
So, Jesus on the Main Line. Don wrote somewhere, we couldn't find it this morning, but we know that it's a traditional, spiritual, re-recorded or reworked by Mississippi Fred McDowell, and recorded in the 1950s. It was also recorded by Plantation Echoes as back as 1937. It was also a staple for rock and roll, folk, bluegrass, soul, and New Orleans jazz. It was part of the civil rights movement in the 1960s. There have been many, many recordings of it. The main line apparently was part of the old telephone system. The telephone line connecting the customer's phone to the major switchboard network of Jesus. And the song confirms that through prayer, Jesus is always available. And it says, for more, look look up Mississippi Fred McDowell and his song "You Got to Move." So the next one that we're going to do is Ross's pick.
Oh, okay. We're in A, Don.
What song we doing here?
Woke up.
This is called "Woke Up This Morning with My Mind Standing on Jesus." And, it was recently popularized on Facebook by Jacob Jaworski. And so, thank you, Jacob, for bringing this back to our attention here. And well, I woke up this morning with my mind standing on Jesus. Oh, woke up this morning with my mind, hey, standing on Jesus. Woke up this morning with my mind standing on Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning and I walked and talking, standing with Jesus. Oh, woke up this morning, walking, talking, standing on Jesus. Well, I woke up this morning with my mind standing on Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up walking and talking, standing on Jesus. Oh, I woke up walking and talking, standing on Jesus. Yeah, I woke up walking with my mind, standing on Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah. I woke up this morning with my mind, standing on Jesus. Oh, woke up this morning with my mind, standing on Jesus. Oh, I woke up this morning with my mind standing on Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning walking, talking, standing on Jesus. Oh, walking this morning, praying and talking, standing on Jesus. Oh, I woke up walking, talking, standing on Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Say it again. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Yeah.
Well, spirit if nothing else.
Brian Roosevelt Graves. This is where Jacob discovered it and led me to go find it again myself. Roosevelt, but that's it, Blind Roosevelt Graves.
Mhm.
He played a guitar and his brother sang along with him and
Oh yes.
floats
I saw an
floats
article
along
about
that way.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
that's what the article I showed you, man.
Yeah, we could. I couldn't find it this morning when we were looking
Oh,
for
wow.
it. But I'm glad you knew something about it because
Yeah, and actually,
I know it's a traditional, a spiritual and everything, but I couldn't find really much about it.
well, I found it on, it's on YouTube, etc. And I actually did some further research on Wikipedia, but I was a week late doing that.
Yeah, but
Or a week
believe me,
early,
me
something like that.
Me too. My week's been just.
What you got next for us, Ross?
Let's go with All My Tears. This is a tune from Julie Miller.
Yeah, this is a more
Yeah,
recent song.
Yeah, it is a more recent song. It's literally a new song compared to
Yeah.
a lot of other gospel music. But Buddy and Julie Miller are a married couple. They live in Nashville, Tennessee, and Julie's been very successful at getting Emmylou Harris to sing her songs left and right.
Yeah.
And this is one that first time I heard it was from Emmylou Harris. And then, like I said, I'm a song guy. I've delved back into, I look back into the more rustic versions of songs, and that's where I got this particular way to do it. Just from the way that Gillian Welch and what's her name plays it, Tammy Rogers and Julie herself did it. So it goes like, well, think about it. There you go. I can do better. When I go, don't cry for me. In my Savior's arms I'll be. When the pain left on my soul, I'll be Him and I'll be whole. When this world put on my soul, I'll be Him and I'll be whole. Do not climb for my Savior, know my name. I don't bow where you buried me. I'll be home and I'll be free. It don't matter where I lay. All my cares be washed away. It don't matter where you bury me. I'll be home and I'll be free. It don't matter where I lay. All my tears be washed away. It don't matter where you bury me. I'll be home and I'll be free. It don't matter where I lay. All my tears be washed away. I do that. I holler out, yep!
I remember that
Well.
song. I saw a video of Buddy playing it. He was playing it like a drop D or
I
something.
know, yeah.
Man, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, he played it the one night that I saw him play.
I wish that we'd had a.
Woke up this morning. What are we doing next?
I should have known the lyrics better than I do, because
Oh, we
they're
do?
worth
Okay.
saying.
Woke up this morning. Okay. I think I had some notes on it.
I'm saving,
Oh, he's fine. He's later.
Okay.
I think it's time for, I'd like to do Peace in the Valley now, or
Oh, okay.
swap out to the banjo for the other song, but,
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right,
go
we're
ahead
gonna
and
do Peace in the Valley.
now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. This song was written by Tommy Dorsey.
Thomas
Thomas
A. Dorsey.
Thomas A. Dorsey. Yeah, I don't know why I said Tommy. I'm looking right at the page. It says Thomas A. I'm like, God, what's
Most
wrong with my
people I
brain?
tell them about Thomas Dorsey, and they say, he was that guy in that orchestra.
Right,
No,
not
he
the
was
same
not
guy.
that guy.
He was. He wrote the song for Mahalia Jackson to sing. And it was a hit in 1951 for Red Foley and the Sunshine Boys, and it got to number 7 on the country and western bestseller chart. But it really broke loose in the consciousness of America when Elvis covered it, and he did it on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1957. Before an audience of like 54 million viewers, and he dedicated the song to 250,000 refugees fleeing Hungary after the invasion by the Soviet Union. So that's very interesting. It's a pretty well-known gospel song, and it's been recorded by a lot of different people, and we're going to do it.
Did you disclose that Thomas Dorsey is actually from Villarica, Georgia?
No, I did not.
Thomas
See,
Dorsey
this is why you're here.
Villarica, Georgia. When he was young, he was the piano player with Ma Rainey's band,
Oh, really?
and they called him Georgia Tom at that time. But
See?
then he went to
Well, I brought
Detroit
it.
apparently and started selling songs, the sheet music to songs to churches. So
Wow. Anything gets stolen from him? Because usually that's the progression. If it's good, it gets stolen.
well, oh well, I'm tired and I'm weary, but I must go alone till my Lord comes and calls me away. Oh well, the morning so bright and the land is the light and the night is black as the sea. There'll be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me. Oh Lord, I pray. Oh, well, no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble will I see. There will be peace in the valley for me. Well, the berry will be gentle, and the wolf he will be tame, and the lion shall lay down with the lamb. Oh yeah. Well, that bad little child will change from this, and I'll be changed from this creature that I am. Oh, there'll be peace in the valley for me, I pray. There'll be peace in the valley for me. Oh Lord, I pray. There'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble can I see. There'll be peace in the valley for me. There'll be no sorrow, no sadness, no trouble can I see. There will be peace in the valley for me. Thank you, Thomas
I could not
Dorsey.
get that 7 harmony. I'm sorry. I just could not. My brain wouldn't do it.
It is Sunday morning and we
I
are
know.
coming down.
Yeah, exactly. Let's
About
see.
the great atomic power.
Great atomic power.
Yeah, I'm
All
going to
right.
pull out my instrument of destruction here.
All right.
This is not as powerful as the one I'm getting to
I
sing
have a few
about.
notes about this.
But,
You know, the Great Atomic Power was actually written by the Buchanan brothers. I did not know this.
who?
The Buchanan brothers, Chester and Lester Buchanan.
All right.
They recorded in the 1940s and had a top 10 hit. And the name of the album that it was featured on, it was in a movie called The Atomic Cafe. It actually was also in Monsters vs. Aliens. I remember that movie. My kid watched that movie. There also, of course, the famous version is by the Louvin brothers.
Losing Brothers, sure.
Man, I read about them this morning. What a tragic.
Only taking a second here. I tuned this fool thing a while ago, but what they say about a banjo, the same thing they say about a mandolin.
Snare.
It's either out of tune or you're tuning it.
Yeah,
be a tune. What's that?
See, normally I have a little pedal, sorry, that I play this drumstick with. But I went home to get this pedal, I didn't grab the other pedal. So I didn't have a way to play this other than just holding mine. Usually I play this, and the washboard.
We actually have played this together before,
Yeah, we
a
have.
while back.
It's
a
been a
few
while.
years back.
Years back, before the
And
pandemic.
there's a lot of camp in enjoying
Yes.
this song.
Yeah.
It's difficult to take everything that it says seriously, but that's okay, because it harks back to what we consider a simpler time when all you had to do was, shoot the guy dead and you would win, or all you had to do was fix one thing and everything else would come into place. I'm trying to remember those days. Was that when the insurance
never
was going
existed.
down every year? Yeah, right. Are you ready for that great atomic power? Will you rise and meet your Savior in the air?
In the air.
Will you shout? Will you cry when the stars come from the sky? Are you ready for that great atomic power? Do you fear this man's invention that they call atomic power? Will you know the time we're on? Will a terrible explosion bring down on our land? We can horrible destruction wiping out the works of man. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready for that great atomic power? Will you rise and meet your Savior in the air? Will you rise? Will you cry when the storm comes from the sky? Are you ready for that great atomic power? Where's a way to escape and bed? Pray for me, the Lord. Give your heart and soul to Jesus. He will be your shield and soul. They will safely stand beside you, and you never taste the bed. Golden crown, cloud of safety, and eternal peace of rest. Are you ready? Are you ready for that great atomic power? Will you rise and meet your Savior in the air? Will you shout or will you cry when the stars come to light? Are you ready for that great atomic power? Where's an army who conquer all the enemy's great band? It's a government of Christians fighting by the Savior's hand. When the mushroom of destruction falls on all the food and grain, will the Spirit stand beside His children, save them from that fate? Are you ready? Are you ready for that great atomic power? Will you rise and meet your Savior in the air? Will you shout or will you cry when the fire is on high? Are you ready for that great atomic power? But are you ready for that great atomic power? Will you rise and meet your Savior in the air? Will you shout or will you cry when the fire comes from on high? Are you ready for that great atomic power? Are you ready for that great atomic power? Yes, sir.
Great
Just
atomic
get you, if
power.
you got a bomb shelter, might help.
My aunt and uncle had a bomb shelter in their backyard.
Yeah.
Big hole in the yard with food and stuff in it.
It was far enough back for me that they took the class trip down the street to where the people had built them a fallout shelter and let us tour it. Showed us all the food they had prepared, waiting for Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're doing, this is our last song. Seems like it went by really fast. We're gonna do Amazing Grace.
We're in G.
Yeah, in G. As most people know, it was written by John Newton, who was a slave trader. He worked for the Royal Navy and then apparently at some point was kicked out of the Royal Navy and given over to, I think, the slave trade, and he was actually worked as a slave for a time, apparently. And then he became a slave trader, and he had a religious conversion during an incident at sea where his boat nearly sank, and became Christian and wrote the words to Amazing Grace, but it was not popularized in the United States until way later, and there was a gentleman who wrote the music to it, but
It says here it's an anonymous folk melody.
Okay, yes, you know, the person who's credited to writing the music basically admitted that they stole it, so.
Well, basically the
that.
music is based on the pentatonic scale, and every
Yeah.
note of Amazing Grace is in the 5-note pentatonic scale, which is the African scale.
Okay,
So this is undoubtedly, it has to be a African melody
yeah,
that came down because it's in that scale, and it was obviously a song that was used in the work fields and things like that, and was adapted in, like you say, many songs that were
Yes.
stolen.
what I thought, one of the surprising things that I thought was interesting about it was the number of melodies. There are actually 20 different melodies to the song. And William Walker was credited to writing the music to it. And it first appeared in publication here in the U.S. in the Shape Note hymnal, which I thought was interesting too.
It was when?
It was
It was the last thing you said was.
it was in 1835, and it was written in Shape Note format
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
as New Britain. It is in my Sacred Heart still. New Britain is the name of it. Okay, we will do Amazing Grace. I feel like we haven't done Amazing Grace very much justice because it's got a long, long history, but we don't have a lot of time. So, besides that, it's like everybody does it. So.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Sing along out there in your new land. This is not a good cue for me. You have to sing.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Was grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieve. How precious is that grace appeared, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. But grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been here 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun.
Wow, you weren't going to do the chorus at least one more time?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound
And Rob,
that
you're going to take a solo?
saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. You want to take one, Ron?
guys so much. Hopefully somebody watched.
And hopefully somebody will turn all this off when we're done.
This was the end of Sunday morning coming down. Thank you to Paula Novell in the Heck House, and thank you to name my Imp, yes, for being our tech today. Paula did such an amazing job with this. She was way more organized than we were.
Yes, she was.
We just kind of rolled in at the last minute, forgot stuff, ran back and forth, didn't know what we were doing. And I apologize. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next 4th Sunday in August.
All right.
Yep, it's the 4th Sunday at 11 a.m.
Yes, that's right. That's right, yes.
Okay. All right, I'm going to turn this one off.